We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds of the Apocalypse. I'm, of course, Stevie B. Alongside today is...
Showtime.
Trex.
Beth.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, it was so short. The intro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's because Beth doesn't have a nickname.
And Pat Benatar isn't here today. He's got a new JLB.
That apparently he loves.
He does love it. He made a status today on the Interwebs.
Kids these days.
I love my new job.
I'm so proud of him. Finally, he's got some good stuff going.
Everybody always says that on their first day.
I said that after I got beat up for 8 hours.
Well, since we recorded last, I don't think that you're the popo now. I don't think you've talked about that.
Yeah.
Look
I don't
out.
think we're supposed to talk about it.
We could say it's popo.
It's not where. Yeah.
So yeah. Finally,
Office
gonna
of
make a
Showtime.
difference in my community.
He's been watching live PD non-stop.
What is this live PD?
And by that I
That's
mean
exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, you can talk about that. That's the kind of nerdy thing we've been watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a new show.
Well,
Came out not new, but last October.
This is I'm gonna call this the Wing It cast because I just got my mic back fixed, and we haven't recorded in a long time. I don't know what are we gonna talk about. I was like, we'll just wing it.
This really is the first podcast we did for the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I had nothing, so we're winging it, and we're gonna talk about live PD, and then Showtime's a cop now. Okay, go.
Yeah. Oh, want to do it? Okay,
Yes.
So, it's a show and it follows. I don't know if it changes. I've only watched part of the first episode, but
it was pretty much over when you left. It's 2 hours long.
Yeah,
Each episode's 2
hours. It follows 6 different departments. I guess I don't know if it rotates.
All over the country.
But some of them are here, some of them are in other parts of the country. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And they have 2 detectives that are on there with them as well, talking about the things that happen, and they even called some of them out on some of the things they did wrong. It's like that person should not have been let go. And but you actually get to see how policing works and stuff like that, and not all of it's good, not all of it's bad. I know that as of now, there have been a couple departments that have withdrawn from the program because they did something that they shouldn't have done.
Right. The reason why we're way into it is because our county here is one of the departments on the show.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A friend of mine.
The first one.
Yeah, a friend of mine was talking about it on Facebook, posting screenshots, like one of the guys from the Big DM or something.
I don't know. I always look for people every time they cut those. I'm like, who do I know that person's getting arrested?
Yeah.
No. But it's live, so sometimes at some points it's real intense, and at some points they're just looking at a car.
So it's cops, but live.
Yeah, but it's not because Cops is cut and edited and all the good stuff is there. You get a lot of it's live, so you see exactly what they go through when they get there, asking people, and So
is it like a constant stream?
It's a constant stream all night long, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever something happens, they cut to it.
Yeah, they switch to the different departments.
And because there are times that they would say, we have this going on in this county, but we're going to take a commercial break. When we get back, you go to something else, but that's already over.
Yeah.
So it's not constant action. There was a lot of what we looked at last time. Just driving around talking to people. Some of it was boring. There was one that the first one had the very first thing they went to, which was not a good way to start the show, was we're going to go to a scene in Arizona that has a car accident, a criminal domestic violence, and what was it? Something else?
Yeah. Essentially, what happened was they were interviewing. They were interviewing people for for domestic violence, and a car accident happened for looky-loos. There's some looky-loos, and they smashed into each other. So it was just,
and then there's a third person that was unrelated to it, also getting down. They're just trying to go between all of it, but there was nothing happening with any of it.
Yeah.
So
we did see this one guy yelling at a cop though. He was screaming at him.
What is this on?
A&E.
But you can also get it online if you have your internet provider and all that stuff. You log into your account, it can tell if you're paying for it, and then it'll.
Yeah, like the A&E app. You log in with your cable or your parents' cable. Right?
Yeah.
Do your parents have cable?
Yeah.
Yeah, Time Warner.
No.
It doesn't matter. There's a whole bunch of them you can.
Yeah, so you
Just a local thing.
You just get their password. You take a password, and you log into it on the app.
Time Warner in my little town. Come on now.
That's right. My bad.
But,
So it is interesting. It's one of those shows though that you probably should have something else going on while you're watching it, like a video game or something. Just play a game and watch it, and then when something crazy happens, pay attention to it.
It's literally live. You just wait for something to happen.
It felt almost like Sports Center because like these guys that like are discussing what's happening are all standing around a table with their iPads, like discussing police procedure and things like that, and it was very interesting. Like I thought it was just going to be Cops Live, but it's a lot more than that. I do think there's this big room of people all with headsets. I think that might all be for show, but I don't know.
Or it could be where they're legitimately monitoring the situation.
That's true. So it's very interesting, and they do have pre-recorded stuff that they throw in.
Oh
there.
yeah.
Like they generally do for a cop they're following. They look like they had some pre-recorded stuff for each cop, and they would cut to that when like something was going on that was boring. They would like play their pre-recorded thing of things that happened throughout the day and stuff like that. So it's not all completely live, but it was good. It was entertaining. I was playing a video game at the same time though, so there was that.
What were you playing?
Elder Scrolls. Let's play Skyrim.
Uh,
Prepping. That's nothing we talk about. Trex and I are going to start an ESO run soon. Elder Scrolls Online. We both bought it. It's on the cheap. For like, stop it! Okay, this isn't like Guild Wars 2. Okay,
Before you go on, I have a cop story that I need to share with y'all when this is over. So remind me to tell y'all.
Okay.
Well, you can't tell us on the cast.
I'm gonna go back to giving him the stank face.
No. Well, it's because I bought Guild Wars 2, because it was on sale for like $15. Like, I was like months ago, and he's like, when you buy it, you're going to play it. I was like, I'm going to make videos.
He did make a video of his character creation, and then that was it.
I remember that.
At the beginning level.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then I haven't logged in since. But it's on my computer. I have full intention of playing it. No, probably not.
Well, see, now the problem with this time is that I'm now involved.
Yeah, that's true.
And
he's going to make me play.
And he's going to stop his bitching.
Yeah,
he's going to play it.
That, and I made him buy it to do the videos because we actually had to purchase it. Because it's like Guild Wars where you don't have to pay a monthly fee. It's just, and you just have to pay for the expansion packs and stuff that come out. But I really like the combat in it because we both logged in to make characters just to get used to it before we recorded a video. I wanted to check the combat. And the combat is very Elder Scrolls-y. It's not like MMO-y. Like, you literally are blocking and attack. Well, there's you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's a big difference in combat. Like, in regular, most MMOs, I don't think regular MMOs, but most MMOs, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're mashing your different moves. And this one, you actually attack and block and do power hits
it's still
and stuff.
Clunky.
Huh?
It's still clunky.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's not clunky.
But it's better clunky.
Yeah. And you can go first person, which in some situations is good, in some situations is bad. But I like it on the first person a lot.
I will say this: the nicest hacker I ever had was on Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's...
He gave me so many resources. And, yeah.
What a nice
I was
guy.
like, what the heck? Where am I at? Why do I have all... I did not mind this stuff. I just sold it off and bought some new equipment.
Well, they just changed the game a lot. The game was set up traditionally. I think one Tamariel is what it's called now.
Yep.
And it used to be just like World of Warcraft and stuff like that, or SWTOR, where it's like each area was set for specific levels, and you went into each area as you progress in the game and stuff like that. Now it's completely different. Everything is set to you. You can go anywhere you want in the game. You can go to any town, any area, any zone. You can play with people who are way higher level than you, and everything will be set to you. Like, if we're both fighting a boss, the drops for you are not going to be the same for me. The drops for you are going to be tailored to you and your level, and my drops will be tailored to me and my level and stuff like that. So, at least for non-dungeon play.
It is very... It's a very brave system.
Yes.
I will give it that. It's... On paper, when you look at it, it seems awesome. Even in game, it actually is really cool. But just on a developer level, holy shit.
Yeah, they tried to make it like the MMO, and I don't think it was doing well. And so they're like, okay, well, let's make it now more like actual Elder Scrolls.
I think that's probably a good idea because that's what everyone was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's definitely way... Because I played the beta, and it's definitely way different from the beta. Mm-hmm. Like, the beginning area is kind of the same, but the combat and stuff is different now.
Well, lands open beta next weekend. Or this coming weekend.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. And you go ahead and buy that.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Ghost Recon.
Something a little bit more important than a failed game.
It's not for sure.
Well, with Tetris, it's...
So, Wildlands, like Tetris. No, I'm just kidding.
Except without blocks, we have guns
Good.
and drugs.
Can we help you?
I need the glass cleaner.
Well, get the class cleaner. I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Oh my gosh.
If you could
It's
not,
not fun of games till I actually leave one.
Oh no! It'll be on camera.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And
Yeah,
a microphone.
Got that
Okay.
Yeti mic for that Yeti ass. I'm just kidding. You don't have it. My bad.
God. Your wife's gonna be so lucky. Like, oh my gosh.
He's my dream man.
Alright, stay in the... Oh, well, it's the Wildlands beta. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands is Ubisoft's new open world kind of sandboxy game.
I'm optimistic because Ubisoft hasn't really put out a very good game in a long time.
Oh, I'm gonna fly so many helicopters.
I mean, I'm not saying it won't be good. I'm just saying that, like, we all thought that... What's that one?
Division?
We
Yeah.
were like, this game is going to be epic, and it was
was
just okay.
freaking
It wasn't
hard.
It wasn't.
That's the thing. It is a very hard game. The mechanics behind having the different classes, like for being the kind of tank that I'm supposed to be holding the
Right.
shield, I felt non-tanky the entire way through.
I should say, I shouldn't complain about a game being difficult because we want a difficult game or else
We
it's
do.
not fun. But the fact that when you give me a gear score to get into some place, I should be able to complete it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a single lick of damage to these people.
Yep.
When I was in there. And neither could me and the other 3 people I was with.
Right.
It was ridiculous. Plus, you also promised me 8-man raids on that one expansion. It still said 8-man raids, at least what I read. And it was only 4 people.
Yeah, Division was... I feel Ubisoft was really bold. Another bold decision for Ubisoft to try and come into the MMO market.
And then all the best weapons you have to get out in the PvP area.
I'm ignoring
Yeah.
it, I'll be honest.
You're ignoring us?
That's
Right here in
nice.
front of our faces.
Yeah, I'm tuning out because I don't understand what you're saying anyway. So.
Why? Why would you do that? You didn't even have to say it. You could have just nodded.
I've been looking at Stevie B's figures and his titles, which one I'm going to borrow next.
She's serious right
I wasn't paying attention.
I was
At
looking
least I'm honest.
Yeah, you're right. Get her, Vader. Give her kissies. Make her pay attention to something.
now.
But so, with coming into Wildlands, using what they learned from Division, I think I'm optimistic for Wildlands as well. I don't think it's going to be how Rainbow Six Siege is, where it's going into year 2. Which, God, I cannot believe that whole plan for how they did Rainbow Six Siege is phenomenal.
I just remember Rainbow Six on the PC.
Heck yeah,
The original one.
you had to set your own.
Yeah,
Like,
you set
whatchamacallits?
your movement before you even started the game. Kill terrorists.
Terrorist, Beth!
You know terrorists, right? Anyway, I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 7 on the PSVR. Man,
You're sweating already.
that's an intense thing. This should be up your alley, Beth. This was hard.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to talk about it.
It's scary. The boss you fought with the bees.
At one point, I did like, Preach was over here, and it jumped out at me, and I almost pissed my pants.
It was funny.
And I like grabbed him, and he was like, "Ow!" Like it was. I mean, she generally got me. And like, what really pissed me off was it was a jump scare that's like in all the trailers, and it's like for some reason I was like, "Oh, I don't know why it's not going to happen." And then like there was a boss I fought, so spoiler alert for like the middle of the game, but I won't get into too much detail except for this. It's like a woman.
Oh yeah.
That when you fight her, you like have to shoot her in the vajayjay, but it's like all like just like looks like worms.
It's a beehive.
Yeah, coming out of her hoo-ha.
What?
It was. I don't think I've ever been like as grossed out in a horror game as I was.
It looks like a big old diaper.
Yeah, but just with like stuff.
Like poop in it.
Yeah, pooping out of it, and like that was like the weak point. Like I had to keep going behind
You
it.
had to look it in the eye.
And like yeah, and like shoot at it. Like it was very disturbing. So
I'm not wearing these pants ever again for a podcast.
Why? Oh, because
It doesn't. I don't like it. It's bothering me. Like they fit right and everything.
you got high wall. There you go. Just own it.
I am. What's up, guys?
There you go.
So much white.
Have you watched the movie? Anyone?
I have not seen the movie yet. It's hard to get out of the house to see that. I need you guys to babysit more.
The new Resident Evil.
Yeah, I hear that it's actually really good.
I heard it was bad.
I heard that.
Yeah,
Who told
me
you it was
too.
bad?
Huh? Girlfriend's friends.
Oh, wow.
I also am inclined to believe that because I also think all of the Resident Evil movies are bad.
Yeah, podcasts I listened to, like, they said, if you like Resident Evil, you'll like it. But let's be real, it's not good.
If you like Mila Djokovic,
Apparently they explain how everything started and everything. And
Oh, good.
oh yeah, good. Another origin story.
Well, maybe they make it more like the video game. Okay, I want to.
If
I don't care what
it's a
you
video
guys
game,
say.
I want to see her when she needs to run away to walk as if she's walking straight, but turn around.
I want to see terrible camera angles to the entire movie. That's what I want to say.
She walks into a room. And when she walks into a room, I want to hear nice, calm music.
Yes.
And there'd be a chest and a typewriter.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 has that, and it's like the best feeling in the world to make it into a room. That's like, nothing's going to come get you. Like, oh, gosh.
It's the original safe space.
Yes. That was so true. Oh, I'm going to make a meme like that. This is my original safe space. Oh my gosh, that'd be so great. I'm going to do it. I'm totally going to do it.
I better cut it off there before we get in trouble with people again.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it on the NotA page, too. I don't know. I still want to say it. No, I mean, obviously I acknowledge that all of them are bad, but I still love it.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I'm not like Pat Benatar, who for some reason can't really acknowledge the fact that Transformers
God, why
are absolutely horrendous. Like I had to do it, man. Like
the first one was pretty good. The rest of them after that.
Well, and it's like he was so excited because like our activities are pretty light because of my mic on the channel for the beginning of the year. I think Mike and I did a video on the Switch, and then I because we had to use the video camera mic, which is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I don't like to put stuff out, but we decided that it was more important to put a video out on the Switch. Anyway, and then I did another one, which I had to do because it was time sensitive, and I was so sick of his dumb. Well, I'm joking, and they're not dumb. Okay, I just want to make that clear. That you mean they get him views? I'll say that.
He's gonna get so triggered.
And you guys know this. To your dismay, I've always supported him and his reaction video channel.
You have.
I even link it now in every single video I upload. In the bottom, it's a link to her YouTube channel and to his. Okay, and it's just,
My channel hasn't been active in a
yes,
year.
Exactly.
But people are still looking for it.
Yeah, but I'm trying. Just trying to promote his stuff, but he was like, "Look who made it onto the official Transformers Facebook page reaction
Which we're totally proud of.
Yes.
Disclaimer.
Yes, so proud.
Did he get like an increase in his views from that?
I have no idea.
No, they probably just took the video footage and just.
But I mean,
put
it has
there.
his name on it, so people would look for his stuff.
But so I made a joke that I was like, this wasn't hard to do because all these. There's the 5 of you are the only ones that made reaction videos to this.
Because you're the only ones who watched it.
And so then he thought it would be funny to retaliate by spamming Facebook Messenger with like a bunch of different people doing reaction videos.
What, directly to you?
Yes. And so I was like...
I wouldn't know because I turned my messenger off.
Yeah. Well, no, he did it directly to me. And so I decided to retaliate a little bit.
We all know how Stevie B retaliates.
Yes, it's
not tomatoes, it's tomatoes, fucking apples.
That's right. And so I made a reaction video to his reaction video of the Transformer spot, and I was kind of a condescending kid throughout the thing.
Please understand that when you messaged me, he's like, thumbnail sent. Like, what thumbnail? I was streaming, and I was. Everyone saw my face on the camera. I'm like, Stevie B did not. Oh my God, he did! Everybody's like, what happened? It's like, Stevie B made a reaction video to our other buddy's reaction video about Transformers. And I just talked shit about Transformers at that point, and everybody was agreeing.
I was influenced. I'm not going to lie to you guys. A shout out to Aurelius.
That's right.
She thought
Nova.
she thought my comments to him on him sharing this Facebook thing was hysterical. And at first she goes, "You should make a video of just you watching his reaction and just staring blankly, and then look at the camera like you're pissed off or just don't know what's happening." And I was like, okay, so I started to do that, and that's not. It's funny, but it's not me. Like, I was like, what would I do? And I would condescendingly make fun of you the entire... And that's exactly what I did. But, also I did show it to him before I released it. I did. I said, "Are you cool?" I mean, let's full disclosure of the internet. There's some videos that he won't let me release. So, and I give Asher by the same respect. If you guys don't want something out there, so I had him see it. And he acted hard too. He was like, I'm not triggered. I'm not triggered. Go ahead and send it." And to me, that said, maybe I'm a little triggered, but we'll roll with it. But no, he was a good sport about it. So I'm just afraid he's gonna come up with something. But I mean, what's he gonna come up? Because one of my jokes in it was like, I can't see the trailer because you don't have the picture up for me to.
But can't you not do that anymore though? Wasn't that something we tried to do, a reaction video?
It wasn't...
Oh, no, we're trying to do the space theater.
Yeah, well, sometimes you'll get hit with copyright infringement, and it's not because of the video, it's because of the audio.
Yeah.
Like, they'll come at you with the audio. But it's only I can't remember which company it is, but there's one, because it's free publicity, so most of the time they don't hit reaction videos with it, because it's essentially people excited about their movies.
Yeah.
I can't remember which company. I think it was Warner Brothers. I think when we did the BVS reaction videos when they pinged us for it. But it was because of the audio. It wasn't because of the video. And we can still keep it on our channel. We just can't monetize it. And which is whatever. I mean, it doesn't bother me that much. We made money off the channel, so I don't know. But it was funny. I had fun doing it, and I was like,
I watched it. It was funny.
And I know, especially at the end where he was like, "The story's going to be so good." It's like, do you know what this movie's about? I'm pretty sure you're the one that told me what the movie was going to be about.
Why is Optimus Prime a villain?
If they had made it they should have done Beast Wars. Literally just recreated word for word Beast Wars.
I would love a Beast Wars movie. Did you watch Beast Wars as a kid?
Yeah.
Essentially, Beast Wars was like a future. Like, it's way past this generation of Transformers, right? But they get sucked through a time hole and go to ancient Earth, and so then they all become like animals because there's all that's around are Aboriginal humans. And so,
no, they weren't even humans until later in the season.
Yeah. And so they Optimus becomes a gorilla, and he's Optimus Primal. So, and there's all different, there's all new Transformers after that. There's Megatron is still there, but is it Megatron? I think he went by something else, right?
Yeah, he still went by Megatron.
Was it Megatron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then there was like Rhinox and Cheetor, wasn't there Rat Trap, but there was someone. What's Megatron's number 2?
What, Waspinator?
Starscream? Yeah, Waspinator.
Starscream. Yeah, was it one of their sparks actually Starscream's spark?
Starscream's spark was actually just a floating spark and just invaded everyone else.
That's right.
That was a good episode.
Yes, and so it was just all real, the Beast Wars stuff was just great because they both had crashed ships on this planet, and they were constantly fighting each other. And
we didn't know it was Earth until seasons and seasons later.
I don't think it was till the end. I think the final episode. But then they did this other show. They changed networks and kind of continued it. And they called it Beast Machines, and it was absolutely horrendous.
The art was so bad.
It came on Fox Kids, and they were half organic now and half. It was and Rat Trap couldn't change from rat to robot. He was just half robot, half motorcycle with a rat tail or something like that. I just remember it being really bad. And Rhinox, he was one of the what were they? They weren't Autobots and
no, they were
what were they? Predacons. Predacons was
and Maximals.
Yeah, Maximals and Predacons. That's what they. It was good. That's what we grew up with.
Favorite Beast Wars? Inferno. For the royalty.
Inferno was good. What was the tarantula's name? What was her name?
Black Widow.
Yeah, there was a bunch of defectors, like a bunch of the Predacons joined the Maximals.
Oh, the Raptor?
Yeah, what was the Raptor's name?
He kept going back and forth.
Yeah.
That was, I think he actually was just called Dinobot.
It was
the Raptor one.
It was good. It was, and maybe we're just nostalging it up. Mm-hmm. I did try to go back and watch it, and the graphics are actually really terrible to today's standards.
It's very bad.
But if you're gonna reboot like the movie franchise and kind of wipe the slate clean, and just because everybody just wants robots at this point, they're like done with the human element of the movies. Mm-hmm. That's a perfect way to do it. Like you would just have robots.
But it's a Transformer.
Yeah.
Transformer.
I'm a Transformer.
That's right. Everybody make fun of Mark Wahlberg. Beth, your turn.
Do your best Mark Wahlberg. Beth.
Come on, you can do it. Come on.
I can't do voices. I'm sorry.
It's a Transformer. It's basically your slack Boston accent.
You can do Hangry though.
Yeah, that's natural though.
Yes.
Good luck, everybody.
Oh man, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that moment where Beth almost killed her car.
And everyone in the oncoming traffic lane. To get to Steak and Shake. Not even worth it.
So, speaking of that, we can move on to cons. We were discussing for the podcast what cons we're actually going to try to go to. And we kind of had a general consensus that ST Comic Con is one we'll definitely go to.
Especially when I got a free ticket.
You got a free ticket?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get a free ticket?
Aurelius has an extra ticket.
To what?
Aurelius game. We're going to have a discussion about it.
We were talking, and she asked if we were going to go, and we were like, we're probably going to go on that Sunday. She's like, oh, well, I have an extra ticket. I'm like, dibs.
I wonder if Jeff with Punk Monkey Comics will be toting his wares to ST Comic Con.
I mean, he had a really good show the past couple times he's been there.
That's missing in my life, man. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, no. Oh, Heather thinks she's funny. Helsing down the windows. We're trying to record a podcast. I miss going to Punk Monkey, man. I do. Dan moving away. Spoiler alert: Dan's moved away. In case for those that didn't know. So what do you? I was trying to think.
Sorry.
And you got memes? Oh my god.
It's relevant to a previous discussion we had about the B movie.
Yes. You guys got problems. Anyway.
Don't worry, you'll see it on Facebook.
But yeah, I agree. It's one, I am so behind on Valiant.
Well, I gotta be honest with you guys. I haven't moved to a new comic book store. I've started buying trades on Amazon.
I haven't read a comic book since... I still have the last stack I bought that were in my subfolder. It's still in my laptop bag. None of them ever read.
I'm transitioning to all of them as e-comics now. So.
Comicsology?
Unless it's one that I really want, because it's just... They're so expensive.
Well, I like trades because they're grouped together. It's about 6 issues a pop. Mm-hmm. They're generally $10 to $15 for 6 comics, which... if you do the math, is less than half price of buying all the individual issues. And the only big issue is that you have to wait 6 months after they come out to catch them. But at this point, it's like the problem is that Punk Monkey was too good of a store.
It was.
And Dan and Jeff are too good of guys. Mm. And it's not like I dislike everybody else. I want to make that clear. I do enjoy the company of everybody else, but it's just they're too far away from me. You know, and the convenience of Punk Monkey for me was right on the way home. Yeah. I just drove there and then drove home. It's like everything else is out of the way. It's rough. I can't say that like if some other store contacted us and was like, hey, how would you feel about doing some stuff, that I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
And see if you guys want to get involved. But like no one's contacted us, and I don't know.
It's also a thing where the accessibility of Jeff's store.
Yes.
Where he had the space to do so.
Right, and it was like right in the middle for all of us. Like for us to get there, it wasn't too far out of the way. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know.
I mean, a big plus for me was And you mentioned this in like the goodbye cast. Like I could go in there and not worried about being stared at or
Oh yeah.
harassed or anything,
Yeah.
Never mind.
Now, if you're walking out of the
I was gonna say,
yoga studio,
they're not gonna stare at anybody else because Dan's already staring.
Oh, he just deboed him right there.
Well, he admitted to it on the cast.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
did.
Jesus, Dan?
he's like, I will miss the view.
Of the parking lot?
No, but there's some comic stores that have since
Yeah.
closed where girls got treated like crap going into, and you're right, like you just don't.
Yeah, he never did to anybody.
No. So,
He never knew he was looking at him.
and that's not to say that.
Jeez.
Wow. And just to be clear, that's not to say that the other stores like will treat you like crap if you're a girl. We're not saying that at all, but there's just like a different atmosphere. Like I don't know.
It sucks when your store closes.
It does. It's like breaking up from a long-term relationship.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
Yeah, you're right. Should I link the Forever Alone Day?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think to date that's still the video that has the most. Well, the original Star Wars trailer reaction video
Is the best, yeah.
I think yours is the second biggest though. Yeah. And the only reason why the Star Wars trailer reaction video is because it was a Star Wars reaction video. So I'm still waiting for the trailer for The Last Jedi. Get them views up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really excited about The Last Jedi, man.
I'm pretty excited.
It's getting me pumped. You don't care at all, though, do you? You care a little bit.
Well,
What?
I might not be here for that.
What do you mean you might not be here
I'll
for
tell
that?
you about it later.
Like,
For the movie?
Well, I know when I'm going to the academy.
Oh,
Okay, so you have a
yeah.
real reason not to be here. Okay.
Yeah.
but you'd be here for that weekend.
Yeah, if it was on the weekend, yeah, for sure.
But you won't be here for the premiere.
Yeah.
I love you, but we'd go without you. We'd see it that weekend.
I'll put an off for it. Apparently, you can get approval to leave
Oh, really?
during the week. If
I mean, well, you
put
just
in for it.
yeah, you just need to. I mean, it wouldn't be till 7 o'clock that night, so
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
yeah. So, I mean, just saying. And I have to be honest with you, Beth. You were kind of, not kind of. You were really stank.
Wow, that went there.
Yeah, about IMAX 3D.
Who isn't?
I think you're the only one who's like super for it in this group. We all get headaches.
Yeah.
I hate the glasses.
Like the first 40 minutes of any movie, I have a headache because it just takes that long for
And
my eyes
your
to adjust
butt-
all that.
Yeah, and your butt doesn't rumble from the seats.
Oh, because of the RPX. What if RPX is 3D? You guys still gonna get all
Oh, I'll be there.
cry about it?
I'd love the
You're gonna
glasses.
You're gonna get all whiny, Beth.
I just don't want to do 3D, period.
I will.
What if that's the only option?
If that's the only option, okay. I'd just rather not.
All right.
I mean, Dan doesn't like 3D either.
I'm glad Pat Benatar's not here because he would. I'm more of a people pleaser. Pat Benatar's like,
Fuck all y'all.
yeah. Well, he's like, we didn't see Rogue One in 3D, so
It's
now
okay. He works in a movie theater
So
now.
now-
He'll see all this stuff
Yeah,
before.
He's
Well,
probably
honestly,
already
the
seen it.
only 3D movie I've seen that I felt like it was worth it was Doctor Strange. Like most movies.
Oh, I was thrown up. I was watching that here.
I mean, the 3D enhanced it. I haven't been to a movie where 3D benefited the movie.
Avatar.
You never saw Clash of Titans then. It was bad.
You are correct.
You're not missing anything, but the 3D was just hard. That was one of the first movies when the 3D started coming out, that everyone went to that movie. It's like why 3D was bad, because it basically everything in the background was 3D in the foreground, and everything in the foreground was 3D in the back. It was filming it was fucked up. It was just bad.
Was it when they filmed it? Did they intend it to be 3D?
Yeah, they had the 3D camera. They just really did a bad job on it.
wow.
No, I apologize. I do apologize. That was the first movie that was converted into 3D. It was filmed in 2D and then converted later.
I get
But-
motion sickness sometimes too. It just depends on them.
I got wristbands.
But I am excited for the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
it's.
looks good. To us.
Did you see Ray's new haircut?
Yeah, it's all straight now.
Yeah, she's got like a a little.
You mean it's down?
A little curvy cut. Well, no, it was long with balls. Now it's cut. And,
The balls.
well, no, it had the 3 things in the back.
Yeah.
Now
That was one of those where I saw they had like raise new look, and I'm like, oh, her hair's just down. That's not a new look.
No. They have straighteners in the future.
I wish.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Oh, I don't want to know spoilers for this movie. Just so y'all know, I want to go in just.
You're talking to the wrong ones.
Yeah, you know how hard it's going to be not to hear spoilers.
Like, I'm staying offline.
Well, I mean, how many
that.
spoilers of The Force Awakens did you really hear?
I tried to stay away from them.
I mean, did you hear any?
Essentially, I need to tell Bennett that I don't want to hear any spoilers that you've read
He
online.
reads spoilers for himself. But I mean,
Why?
I don't know. He's.
I can't believe you read a review of Logan 2 weeks before it released.
Well.
And like the new Halloween, like I'm trying not to read anything on it. I just want.
Oh, is that still going on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
No,
I
it
just
was
want to go
Friday the
in with
13th
like
that was
no
canceled.
expectations. I want it to be a new experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday the 13th got canceled, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
They're claiming because Rings didn't do well in theaters, but everyone knew that movie was going to bomb.
Yeah. It was rings for the millennials.
But the thing is, they're afraid they're not going to make money, but everybody's going to go see a Jason movie. That's just how it is.
Well, I mean, do horror movies make that much money nowadays?
For the most part, not a lot of money.
I mean, you're not going to get a lot of money out of a horror movie.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at the Conjuring. Basically, kind of broke the mold on that now.
So
Conjuring is still one of the best horror movies in this generation.
I want to watch the second one.
I never seen that.
And the spinoff, The Nun.
Heather doesn't watch any of those. She watches gore porn,
I want to see the second.
Which isn't really around anymore.
which is depressing. There's supposed to be a Saw reboot, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not necessarily a Saw reboot, but it's like a continuation of the story and like whole new characters and stuff.
Yeah, they're doing a new song.
So,
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I want to see The Exorcism of Emily Rose's, whatchamacallit, the one that ends with everyone in a car wreck. Sorry. It came out like 5 years ago. But, yeah.
gosh, I want to see that.
There's supposed to be a second one of it. It was really good. I like that one. That shit was scary. Because here's the thing, though. I've still never seen The Exorcism, because I was never allowed to.
You talking about The Exorcist? Like,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The original?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Wow.
that surprised me.
I saw that pretty late too. I mean, it's good, but I guess because you see it so late in life, a lot of that just magic of it goes away.
Hang on,
but it
baby.
is a really good movie.
Okay. Oh no, I did. Okay.
Wow. For people just listening, they have no idea what you're yelling about.
Oh.
There's a puppy.
Yeah.
I saw Justice League Dark.
How was that?
Minute 30 seconds in, not a kids movie.
Oh,
They're doing it?
No.
Oh.
It was the shock value of going into a DC animated movie completely jaw dropped. It's like they did this? It was I'm not gonna say it was graphic.
Did it sound like this?
No.
So you're saying it's extremely violent?
Did it sound like
It
this?
was very violent. Very. Yeah, one of the scenes was basically this dad was about to kill his family. And Superman came in and just really stood in front of the bullet. Last second.
well, so like the action.
Batman couldn't do that.
Nope. No, he.
But Batman was there for the rest of the movie.
So Justice
I'm
League
here.
Dark has the Justice League in it.
Mhm.
Oh.
Wonder Woman had to stop this car that was running over people. Hey, like, so, and I don't even care. It's not even that big of a spoiler, but that first minute and 30 seconds was this woman was on the phone, just talking up a storm or whatever, and all of a sudden these monsters appeared. And, of course, freaking out, just hitting all of them, running over. One woman picks up the car, rips the door open. She's like, Wonder Woman, you have to save me from these monsters. Wonder Woman looks by, dead bodies.
Oh wow.
And he looks back, I only see one monster.
I only see one monster.
I was like,
So...
what? But John Constantine, fantastic. Matt Ryan playing it was
Yeah, that
great.
does the voice, right?
Yeah.
They needs to make paranoids right now.
But Demon Etrigan was in it. Swamp Thing made a cameo.
Ooh.
Basically, that's all it was just a cameo.
Dun, 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 dun. Swamp Thing! You make my heart sing!
No!
That's
But
another movie I'm ready for is Wonder Woman.
yes,
Oh, it comes out in a couple weeks.
I thought it was the summer.
That's March.
it's a March movie.
Right?
Wonder Woman?
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think
Maybe
you're
am I
wrong.
wrong?
I think it's Beauty and the Beast and Logan that's March.
Maybe it's Logan that's March.
Logan is
Yeah.
March.
I thought Wonder Woman was March too.
I think it's the
I know
summer
Spider-Man's July.
Wonder Woman.
movie. You Googling it?
Guardians is May.
Ooh, that's me good.
Oh, thanks, comic book movie.
You're welcome.
What?
Spoilers. We know who is playing Ares in Wonder Woman, and
No
it's
one-
not who you expected.
No one.
That literally just broke ground. Everyone is commenting on that Ares is the villain.
Oh.
Well, I really hate that I looked this up.
Well, I mean, that's not
June.
June. It's June, Beth.
Well, I have to say, Justice League Dark I liked it. I really enjoyed it. That was a good movie,
That's
which
good.
again is a lot better than Batman vs Superman.
I mean, it's not really saying all
Lego
that
Batman was amazing as
I
well.
want to see
much. I
that.
haven't seen it yet. You went without us?
I went with my cousins who basically told me to go. Look,
Yo, fam, let's just get
yeah, I don't tell a 10-year-old and 12-year-old no because they don't believe in such a word from a minus.
Black
So,
and yellow,
from a
black and
mine
yellow,
house?
black
From
and
my
yellow,
house.
black
Oh,
and
I
yellow.
thought you said a mine. I was like, that's a weird gender classification.
No, it looks good. It looks funny.
It does.
It was hysterical.
And that's one thing DC movies are missing right now. It's laughter.
And sure enough, they made fun of all of it.
Oh, I bet they did. Bennett spoiled the part for me that was kind of funny. I'll tell you guys about it because it's not really that big of a deal. But like Batman goes to the Fortress of Solitude
Oh, yeah.
And
That's in the
Su-
trailer.
and Superman's throwing a party with all the other Justice League members except for Batman. And he answers the door and there's a party and it's like, closes the door. What's going on? Nothing. We're just nothing.
Bags came out and just, what? You're having the annual party without me. No!
So I'm excited to see it. I think it's gonna be funny. It's a movie we could take Elena to. You know, I could take her to see BVS, but then she'd have nightmares. So I think I did. I think did. She come with us? I don't know if we took her to see it or not. I don't think we did.
I don't remember.
But I take her to see some superhero movies now and some not. I didn't think BVS would be all that appropriate. I know Heather went and saw it because she made fun of the end like crazy. She was like, Martha! So I don't know why you thought that would be a good. I don't know. Anyway.
But they Marvel released the Avengers snippet.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, you guys. Okay.
Wait, I missed that.
It was basically they started filming,
Yeah.
and this was like basically they were announcing it's like, hey,
We're filming.
we're filming here in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, Pinewood Studios.
So, like, the video was released?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was basically just Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, and Chris Pratt standing just talking about.
No, I mean, like, no actual video footage of the movie.
No.
No.
They showed him on.
Okay.
They
No.
showed him on set, but that was it.
Okay.
And what was cool though is that it confirmed that the Guardians of the Galaxy will be in Infinity War. They've pretty much confirmed that like every character they've made so far ever is going to be in Infinity War. But the one thing that got me was this, right? Is Tom Holland in the video was wearing this gigantic, covered up everything jacket. Okay. Robert Downey Jr. not in costume at all, just in like I think it was a very thin jacket. And like when you compare the jackets, one is like
Hold on. Who was he wearing?
I can't remember. Yeah, so he's wearing this giant coat, and Robert Downey Jr. is wearing a very thin jacket. Okay, so it's like, and Chris Pratt's in full Star-Lord gear. And so at first I didn't think anything of it, and then I noticed that it seemed like it was on purpose that Tom Holland was completely covered from head to toe, and you could see his hands, and on his hands were
Yellow gloves,
no the what are the
gauntlets,
things
Infinity Stones.
no
The shooters?
no the balls.
The CGI balls?
Yes, the CGI balls on his hands. Okay, sorry, that's what I was sorry. My bad. I couldn't. Shut up, everybody. Okay, and so I was like, huh.
The track balls, that's
Right.
what they are.
And so then I started thinking, wait, we're doing Infinity War. We're not on Earth. Clearly not on Earth. And what happened, Trex? Refresh our memories. When Spider-Man left Earth and went to a secret war on another planet?
Yeah, during the in the original Secret Wars, in the cartoon?
Right.
Cartoon, he still wore the same same
Well,
suit.
no, in the actual comic book.
In the actual comic book, didn't he wear the black?
Right. It's where he got the symbiote that eventually became Venom. And so I think he's completely covered up because during their outing, he's going to get the symbiote and become, like, super powered.
Is that your British thing that you're doing this with?
Symbiote? What should be symbiote?
Yeah.
I thought it's symbiote. Symbiote, mate. Yeah. Symbiote.
You're
Oh.
like,
Anyway, the black suit. Is that better?
There you go.
So it would make a lot of sense and push the Venom narrative that they were trying to push earlier.
To make it its own separate series.
And it would be... Because he's got his own movie coming out. Yeah, it's about to come out, and so then he moves, and then he gets the black suit, and it's a good transition. It'll be enough time in between, and you don't need to jump to Venom. You need to do like a movie with the black suit, and then you do a Venom movie.
Oh yeah, we would all love to see Tom Holland dance.
No, we don't mean that.
Yeah.
So,
hello.
but
Hola.
well, I see the symbiote the way it's supposed to be. Like it should just be able to change his clothes whenever he wants, like the way it was meant to be, not what we got in Spider-Man 3. That was so crap. And then like Topher Grace, like I still look back.
No.
I still look back at that movie and go, what the?
Nope. Topher did great.
No, but not as Eddie Brock.
Yep.
No, Eddie Brock was a bodybuilder.
In that universe.
I mean,
Topher Grace is the Eddie Brock from Ultimate.
I guess.
It's not guess, that's fact. That's exactly who he came from.
Yes. But
Everything about that was Topher and Eddie were friends. They were fellow reporters. Peter stabbed him in the back, and he became some Venom.
That's how it was in 616 too.
But this one was better. I liked the Eddie from Ultimate more than Eddie from 616.
I guess. Irregardless. Oh, hell's breaking loose in the kitchen. Irregardless, I think he's wearing the black suit. It'd be a great place to put it in. Stop it.
Would you be upset if it's not the black suit?
No.
Would you be okay if it was the iron suit?
Yeah, that'd be great too.
I'm expecting iron.
No. You think?
It's Tony.
The Iron Spider? Maybe.
With the little...
What is it? Little what?
The iron suit.
From Civil War. You read Civil War, right? Yeah. The suit the Spider-Man wears through most of Civil War. Until he gets into the rooftop fight with Tony Stark. And,
Vader.
did he get you in the boots?
He almost pulled my shirt all the way down.
Oh, Vader.
good boy.
Good boy. No.
Yeah, it's the orange and red looking spider suit with the actual extra legs, the extra mechanical arms.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Because I asked
expecting.
you about that after I read that. I remember that. Yeah.
That's the suit I'm expecting since he's all buddy with his future uncle. I mean,
We'll see. This isn't a hug. I'm opening the door for you.
God, it's perfect.
I know, it's so good. I'm really excited about the movie. They've definitely, from the looks of the trailer, I'm currently reading Spider-Man, which is, there's no pronoun, it's just Spider-Man. It's not the Amazing Spider-Man. But it's about,
Well, it's an adjective.
that's what I meant, shut up, that's what I meant.
I got you.
It's about Miles Morales, not Peter Parker. But the way that they've set up the new movie is they're kind of putting him in that. Because, like, in that, he goes to a school and he has, like, a chunky best friend, and that's exactly how Miles Morales is. And so, it'll be interesting.
And a little bit of the internet is, of course, upset about it. It's like, no, you're putting whiteface on this character, it's whatever.
No, I 100% think that they have full plans to bring Miles Morales into the universe eventually. I mean, they got these movies planned out decades from now, so There's no doubt.
I mean, Danny Glover, not Danny, Donald Glover. Thank
Yeah.
you. Donald Glover did the voice for Miles in the movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they did like a Spider-Verse movie and brought in like.
Please.
That'd be oh god, that'd be good.
Please.
Spider-Verse is so good. Anyway,
Oh my God, give me Ben Riley.
Ben Riley.
Oh, Spider Pig.
I know. Spider-Pig. I actually have the first appearance of Miles Morales, so I really hope that he makes it into a movie because then my comic value will go through the roof. That's what happens when you introduce a character.
Then bring in Gwenpool. Yeah. Or not Gwenpool, but Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I have her first appearance too, Spider-Gwen. Which at the time I had no idea would mean anything. But I just happened to get it in a first run of it. Which wasn't, the first run wasn't that much because it was like a Spider-Verse spin-off. And I just said, hey, sell me for all the Spider-Verse stuff. Come to find out, the book's worth hundreds of dollars now because everybody loves Spider-Gwen. And they want her first appearance. So, like, I talked to the colorist of the book.
It was Rico, right?
Yeah, at Heroes Con. It was either Heroes Con or SC Comic Con the year that the book came out. And he was like, I don't know what's happened, but
That was Heroes Con.
Yeah, I was just coloring books for Marvel, and now everybody wants to talk to me. It's crazy. He's like, it just overnight, everybody wants to talk about Spider-Gwen, and all I did was shade the face. And apparently everybody loves that.
I just gave her a white face.
Yeah. So, sweet. Like, so I don't think he was ready for that. I mean, who really is, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm happy Rico blew up like that.
So, anyway. I started watching on Netflix. This is too nerdy. Just want to bring it up. I started watching the O.J. Simpson thing.
Oh my God.
The People versus O.J. Simpson.
Is it good?
It's fantastic. And I know that you eye roll me, and I eye rolled myself when I started watching it, but it's so ridiculously good. And the famous people that show up in the movie, it's just out of control. And how they've made them up to look like these real people. Like, spoiler alert, John Travolta.
You keep saying this. That man has had ridiculous work.
No, he
hasn't.
He's made up for the movie. I'm telling you.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is.
There's no way.
I'll bet you money.
John Jane Rich talked about
Get
it. He didn't get any work done for it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say for that. Just in general.
No.
John Travolta is all natural.
Yeah.
Go back and feed the baby. Get back in the kitchen.
Oh.
Don't!
Oh.
No!
You ruined the lights.
I know.
I'm just kidding. We love all women here at Nerds the Apocalypse. Women's rights. Pay gap is.
Okay.
John Travolta.
Yes, they made him look like Ben Shapiro and Robert Shapiro. I'm sorry, Ben Shapiro's the guy I watch.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, Robert Shapiro.
Who's Robert Shapiro?
Was OJ's was OJ's first lawyer in his dream team.
There you go.
And I don't know.
Wasn't like her dad? Wasn't the Kardashian dad?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
He was on the team. He wasn't a lead lawyer though.
Robert Kardashian also was like his best friend. It was like he
Robert
just
Kardashian?
Yeah. That's the correct pronunciation.
yeah, he just happens to be a lawyer. That's also his best friend. So he defaults to joining them.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like
Doesn't Ross play him?
Yes, Ross from Friends plays Robert Kardashian. It blew my mind. I was like, and he's even got like a little bit of gray.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I've
seen the
God.
picture,
Yeah, Bob
David
Kardashian.
Schwimmer.
Yeah, that guy, David Schwimmer. And
Mr. Ross.
and there's at some points they have the Kardashian girls, those little girls. And what's the mom's name? Chris. There you go. Chris Jenner's in there. And like they're at the funeral for Nicole, and the girls are like throwing a fit, and she's like, Kim, Chloe! And I was like, oh, I know what she's talking about. But no.
How old were they when that happened?
They were young. They were like I think Kim was a teenager and the other were like preteens, and like they're shown as young.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's so good. Like, you know the outcome of everything, but it's just so good. And it's like, how did he get off? It doesn't make any sense. Like, everything they found, we're only 3 episodes in, or 4. We're 3 or 4 episodes in, and I don't think it's many. I think it's only 8, but it's still like.
Have you gotten to the glove situation yet?
Not yet. They found the gloves, which is mind-boggling. For me, the gloves are a surefire thing, because one of the gloves was at OJ's, one of the gloves was at Nicole's.
Mm-hmm. I know the whole thing is he says they wouldn't fit and they couldn't put them on, but I wonder if anybody else tried to put them on him. Because that would be my thing if I was like,
well,
of the Lords, I'd be like, okay, he can't put them on, but we're going to put them on for you.
Well, I read this thing.
I've always wondered that.
And I don't know how true it is, but something about like where he stopped taking a medication or started taking a medication that made his hands swell up.
And he's also, like, I know in the video footage, like the real footage, he's wearing a white glove on. So, I mean, that would affect the fit too, I would think.
And like the limo driver said he saw a man run through the bushes, and 10 minutes later, and there's a blood trail. There's a blood trail from the front of the house to his bedroom.
Look, we don't have the best legal system.
The reality was he was a famous person, and that's how he got off. I mean,
yeah.
It's that simple.
And he just went for a joyride in his Bronco.
Well,
What's wrong with that?
and they talk about, you guys are pulling the race card, you know, because Johnny Cochran shows up. That's kind of where we're at right now. The episode we just watched is Johnny Cochran showed up and is like throwing that race card out there, and it's.
Would you not?
No, I'm just saying. And then like, can I help you?
No.
Okay, bye. Thank you. And apparently, really, you can see the things slowly happen that does the defense in, because like the lead investigator that like found all the evidence has a huge track record of blatant racism in the LAPD. So it's so like they just like build this defense, and it's so good. Like, I know exactly what happens. I'm just like, what's gonna happen? So, and the white Bronco thing, there was a whole episode based on the Bronco chase. And it was really fun, because I called my dad after. I was like, what was that like? And he's like, it took over the country. Like, apparently the white, like, they even cut to a Pizza Hut. It's like, run a cheese, man! Like, because apparently everyone was ordering pizza at the house watching the Bronco chase. So.
It was a slow chase, though, wasn't it? It wasn't like high speed or anything.
Yeah, like, the LAPD got told without 100% of doubt, like, no matter what happens, do not open fire. Do not shoot OJ on live television, because that's essentially what was about to happen. So, like they got to him, and they have a talk to him in the car, and they sped off because they didn't want to, like, fire on the car because of the implications of that. So, but yeah, long story short, I started watching The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and it's really good.
I've been watching Vikings. I know it's old, but still.
I watched one episode of that. I watched the trailer.
I watched the first
Alright.
couple episodes, and I liked it. I just haven't gone from there.
I'm watching Ripper Street.
That's good. I watched the first 2
Haven't seen
seasons
it.
of that.
Yeah, I just finished season 3.
I've been watching Drop Dead Diva.
Drop. Yeah. It makes me want to drop dead. Oh.
Got him.
Oh, I've also watched A Man in the High Castle. What?
I need to finish second season.
What is that?
Man in the High Castle. It's an Amazon exclusive show. There's 2 seasons, and it's essentially about if the
The Allies.
Yeah.
If the Allies lost the war and the Axis powers won.
Yeah, the Axis won. And so 2/3 of the country.
You or Vader?
No, it's Beth.
Okay.
It takes place in the late 60s, I think.
Yeah.
And 2/3 of the country is the Reich. It's just called. It's not the Third Reich. It's just the Reich. And
It's like what California and bits part of the Midwest all belong to Japan.
And they're the Pacific states of Japan. And then there's like the Rockies in the middle and stuff. They're all the neutral zone, is what they call it. And it's like lawless. And it's like it's where people go to like disappear and stuff like that. And it's nuts. And it's nuts how different like the Reich is to the Pacific states and how white people get treated and stuff like that, and how Americans get treated. Essentially, like in the Reich side, if you're white, you either conform to Nazism or they killed you, and that was that. And then of course it's just all white people. There's no like black people or anything else. Like they're all gone. It's all. They talk about the concentration camps that were made in the U.S. Essentially, what happens is they win the war by dropping a nuke first on Washington D.C. So they drop the nuke on Washington D.C. It wipes out like all upper echelon of the government, and so they come in and take over. And
it's now in the first season. You see how life is within this new world. And now we're going into the second season. It's now bringing in some science fiction shit.
Some sci-fi shit. Like there's this one hey buddy. There's this one Japanese guy somehow can swap between our reality and theirs. What's up, punk?
He's the Minister of Trade.
Yeah, and so he goes in between.
It's the guy who plays Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's who it is. I knew he looked familiar.
Your money. Oh, mine.
And it's just really good because there's like these tapes that keep being shown, and the tapes are like of the Allies coming back from the war and winning and stuff like that.
Yeah, so the heroes and everything, they have this thing called the Man in the High Castle. He holds this big secret, and they all transport these reels. Yeah. These reels are basically what happened in our universe. And that's how Hitler and everybody won. Hitler watched these movies, found out what was going to happen, and did it first. And now and that's what freaked me out into the season. At the end of the season, where Hitler is basically watching one of the films, he's like, "I always knew." I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean you always knew?" It's like he's watching the video of America, taking down the wall, or not the wall, but just America becoming victorious and everything. Through the whole, like, it was a complete mindfuck. And then here comes second season, more of this, the Japanese guy going in between both worlds, where in his universe, he doesn't have a family, he lost his wife. And then coming into our universe, his wife is alive, they have a son, his son hates him, it's like a whole big thing.
And then like at the end of the second, well, I don't want to spoil it, but
please don't.
Yeah, we told you enough to where it's not really spoilery, but like there's more tapes too. There's some tapes of the future, their world of the future and stuff that's being told right now in the season 2, and it's it's crazy. Like it's good. It's
what's it come on?
It's only on Amazon Video. You have to watch
Amazon that.
Yeah, you have to watch it on Amazon. But there's an app on Xbox. You can watch it there.
Or your Roku.
Yeah, your Roku. So, but I mean, it's really good. I enjoy it a lot.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it's funny because it's almost like The Empire, right, with Star Wars, where it's like, is it really that bad? And then like, oh yeah, okay, that's right. They kill all races but white. Yeah, you're right. It's bad.
I had that same thought too.
Yeah. Well, because at one point, in one of the first few episodes, right, there's a guy that's with the Resistance, is what they call it, and he's delivering one of these tapes from the Reich to the neutral zone. And he gets pulled over by a cop, and the cop is really nice. And he helps him change his tire, offers him half a sandwich, and you're like, so what's the point of this? And all of a sudden, like, you see this ash cloud, and it like hits him, and he's like, oh, let's sit in the car. He's like, yeah, this is the time of day, week, where the hospital burns all the mentally disabled and old people. And then you're like, oh, that's right. One of the things with the Reich where anyone who has any kind of a physical or mental disability gets killed along with anybody old.
And that scene you just said was so good.
Yeah, it's just you're like, oh, it's okay. There's good people. It's okay. And then it's like, oh, that's right. Any kind of handicap gets any kind of handicap at all, you're done. Like
only the strong.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, that's right. Those are the thoughts of the right. And then you're like, well, the Pacific states, the Japanese aren't that crazy. The problem is that if you aren't Japanese, you are a piece of trash, and they treat all the Americans that are still there, or all the whatever the hell, like pieces of trash in the Pacific States.
It's basically in the Pacific States is what black people had during that same kind of time period. It's like you were a second citizen.
Oh yeah, and like he gets like one of the main characters is a guy named Frank. What's his name? John? No.
That's Frank.
Frank. Yeah, Frank. And he gets like so just like he gives a speech about being discriminated against, and it's like it just mind f's you because
white people.
Yeah, because it's like white people, and it's like this is what has happened. Like the Japanese have took over, and it's not like a reformed Japanese after World War II when they lost. This is like if the Japanese Empire kept going in the way it was going in World War II. So it's nuts. So it's just really good. It's dumbfounded me how good it was at some points. So.
You know what I'm realizing?
What?
We haven't done much nerdy shit. We've just been watching good shows on fucking Amazon. And shit.
It's been a busy couple of months for everybody. Right. I just went through Christmas and working retail, and my mic was messed up. It's all right. We'll get back in the swing of things.
Yeah. Came from freaking Wildlands.
I'm more about Mass Effect and drama, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I'm excited for Wildlands to play with you guys.
Well, what are we getting it on?
That's the quote we got. We'll have to have that discussion.
We all have PCs.
I'm okay with getting it on PC.
Oh, thank God. I mean, I just got my badass new video card, so it's like, yeah, I need this.
I'm fine with it. We can play it on PC.
I think we've talked a lot. Beth, how have you been?
I worked retail at Christmas. I think I've been.
All right. Well, that was good.
All right,
In the show.
This has been Nerds of the Apocalypse.
Beth has joined in the conversations when applicable. Is that the word? Applicable?
Applicable.
Applicable. Wait, that's not it.
Applicable is applicable.
You're saying
You can say it two different ways. Applicable, like English prudes. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Or applicable, like Americans.
Oh. Okay. All right. So.
Hey, he went to college, so I don't know.
Does he like?
Are you gonna deny his degree now? It's a fake degree.
I mean, this is like the textbook definition of why college doesn't matter. I'm just playing.
Are you?
Okay, well, I mean, we can go over about an hour, so
yeah,
we're good. We got some stuff in there. Everybody thought we're not going to talk about. We got it. Didn't even know Beth didn't want to talk about.
Well, I mean,
she talked.
Well, I'll let her pimp our new podcast.
Oh, yeah. That thing.
The one that he's butter over.
The what?
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you go ahead and tell us both?
I'll let Beth do it.
No, you do it.
No, you do it.
You called us out.
Oh
you
my
do it.
gosh.
You gotta just do it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
No, I'll do it.
Yeah, let's have Stevie B do it. I want to hear your son.
Starting a new
Oh yeah, let's
podcast.
do this.
Well,
Okay,
yesterday, Beth and Trex got together without telling any of us
I like how this is starting.
and recorded a podcast at Beth's house
Yeah. Thank you, Heather.
without telling anybody about stupid movies, about a porno that Trex accidentally watched.
Hit your first one?
No. I thought you didn't watch porn.
It was a porno that Trex accidentally watched because Beth said to watch this one movie.
Was it Metal Gear? What was it? Metal Rear Solid, the Phantom Peen?
No.
Which is
that real?
Yes.
Yes.
Never mind.
That's the best title ever.
He's probably already tapped it. Anyway, yeah. I mean, am I wrong? What was the name of the movie?
Forbidden Zone.
What was the name of the one you watched?
Forbidden Zone.
Yeah. So
Hold on.
Was it all about
Alien abduction.
Yeah, I bet it was about a colon.
So you both watched Forbidden Zone. You said to watch Forbidden Zone. He watched the porn version. And then you guys watched the regular one, who he says is kind of like a porn anyway.
My question to you, Mike, is...
Oh, no. Here we go.
5 minutes into Alien Abduction, there is a woman masturbating.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go, Beth, are you sure this is the movie you wanted me to watch? I'm just saying.
You said freaky weird.
Because he pulled out
I don't know your definition. I now know now.
He pulled out his cattle prod.
But sure enough, that came on. I think I even messaged you as it happened.
You did. I
And-
thought it was so funny.
And I love Stevie's response for it. It's like, I messaged like, Beth got me watch a fat movie. She's like, she did what?
Not a fat movie, a fat movie. Just
And I'm like, yeah, I went on Amazon, like, rent it for $2. Like, whoa, Beth got you to pay for a fat movie? He's like, Showtime and I don't even have to pay for that.
Yeah, we definitely do not pay for fat movies.
But in my mind, it was like, she said freaky weird. I'm like, I guess this is her freaky
Was the
weird.
acting good?
The story was actually really good.
Oh, was it?
It was a good story.
You gonna watch it now?
No.
Hello, boy.
And like it spiraled out of control.
Yeah, that's
when
what pornos
when
do.
I started texting her about it, I'm like, "What do you have me watching?" And then,
Oh.
and so of course, so movie's over, and the whole premise of it was like basically this alien was trying to find the desire of women to repopulate his planet or whatever, and so I text Beth. It's like, "So what's your fantasy?" Playing around. She's like, not get humped by a frog guy. And I'm like, well, the alien was moving around. Okay, I can see that. Okay, yeah. Further along, it's like, wait, we realize we're not watching the same movie. So.
But you finished it.
Right.
Yeah, he finished.
Heyo.
I did finish because.
If you didn't, it was disrespectful to the industry.
Wow.
Wow. That's how we feel.
But no, again, in my mindset, all I did was Google. I hit Google Forbidden Zone. That's what popped up. I went with it.
That's how you find.
I did read the description that has like sensual and erotic in it 3 or 4 times.
Freaky weird. Those are her words. And she wouldn't. It's like, I'm not going to say much about it, but it's really weird, and you should really watch it. And like, well, what? Like, no, I'm not going to tell you about it. You just need to watch it. We need to be more descriptive now, Beth. We need to be more descriptive. And also find a movie that doesn't have the same title either. That's what really fucked up. Because the movie is titled on the poster, Forbidden Zone, Alien Abduction.
What was that in Ted? They googled it. Oh, it's black cocks. Look at that one.
But all in all, it made for an interesting story to tell. And that was basically what the first podcast is. It's a tale of 2 movies. Forbidden Zone and Forbidden Zone, Alien Abduction.
Alright.
And just so you know, he said he'd watch the fat movie before the other one.
Well,
yeah.
On a second viewing, he would
Yeah, the
pick
fat movie would be a lot better second viewing. Not.
That's it. I better go watch it again just to make sure.
To really get the character development,
Trex,
see how that's going.
Looks like you made a trip to Walmart and bought some KY. What are you doing with that?
Alright, so are we, is this going to be on the NotA feed? Or?
It will be on its own feed, still on the NotA brand and everything. We have a new iTunes feed and everything.
He does not like to combine shows all in one feed. He never has.
It's annoying to see it in the listing.
We had a discussion once about it, right? And I was like, so talking about doing a different show. And I was like, just put it on the same feed. He's like, you don't do that. And so there's this one group I follow. It's the Star Wars group called Rebel Force Radio. Mm-hmm. And I was like, look at their feed. And he almost threw up when he looked at it because they have a bunch of different shows and all is on one feed. I kind of understand what he's talking about because a lot of people don't like to be subscribed. Because there's some feeds where I get pissed and I have to delete a bunch of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I get it. But.
So you have to make a whole new iTunes account for that thing?
No, you can still use the same iTunes login.
So I mean like a different.
It'll be a different feed, yeah. That you would have to subscribe to. Yeah. But on the website wise, it'll be all in one place. It's like, hey, know the homepage, podcasts, it'll be right there. Might even do one for games. I don't know. Give different genres.
We've been talking about it. Trex and I have been talking about branching out. I do think, honestly, I know, Pat, we need to have a discussion. I don't know if we should talk about something. Well, I don't care. We'll talk about it on the air. I don't care. But Pat Benatar, he got a job in movie theaters. He's been watching new movies a lot more lately. Mm-hmm. So I've been talking to him about maybe doing something with new movies. Because he now gets to see everything.
He does. I mean, and doing movie reviews is not a bad idea. I like doing them, but at the same time, he likes Transformers last night. His credibility went down.
It did. So we'll have to talk about that in a little bit. Again, I'm glad he's not here because he would be when he gets mad. He instantly yells. It's like, why are we instantly yelling? Calm it down, Pat Benatar.
Yeah.
Well, you guys just don't understand. So I love it.
Yeah, calm it down, Stevie B.
I don't yell. Okay.
So find on the NotA page on Trexside.com/NotA. It'll be just NotA movies.
You'll share it on the Facebook page too.
Yeah. It won't have its own Facebook page. Don't worry. None of that.
I don't care as long as you do all that.
That's what she's here for. Pretty face.
Just sit and talk and I'll let you do the work.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. What she's doing to you is essentially what you did to me with this show.
Well, now.
The only time you edit this show now is when it's way too when we have like multiple feeds and stuff and you have to go home and do it. But in general, I have to do it. I just send you a picture and you make a thumbnail and that's all you have to do.
Do you want to do all the other edits?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay. On that note, I'm Stevie B.
Showtime.
Tricks.
Beth.
Nerds of the Apocalypse, and we're out.